Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a new thing now.
With a big glass.
Welcome to Sippy-Slappy.
Happy hour.
No. Welcome to
Slappy.
Hour with
Nate
and Mindy. Loser.
Every time.
Oh, yeah. What are we
that time on
drinking?
purpose, we are drinking a Tom Collins. Some gin, fresh lemons, simple syrup, and soda water.
It's so good. I'm making a face because it's very tart, but I love tartness.
It's very tart. Is
I
this
love
gonna
it,
be
though.
your new drink?
No, because I'm too lazy to make it.
No, like when you go to the bar.
Oh, maybe. Okay, so do you want to know Facebook Funny of the Week?
Yes.
I'm not going to use names because I didn't get permission. Though they did post it on Facebook, so technically it's free reign. But anyways. So this person I'm friends with on Facebook posted like a meme, right? And it said, what are some words that your kid pronounced wrong but you found hilarious? That you find hilarious, okay? So a bunch of people were commenting on this. Well, this girl, we'll call her Lauren. Lauren commented that her kid, Callie, said this. Callie has been embarrassing me lately. I keep their straps really tight in their car seats. She hates it. So the second I get her buckled, she starts screaming that her car seat is tight. I've caught it on Snapchat a few times and I'm not sure who I sent it to, but it's humiliating. She screams it and it sounds like she's saying, "My pussy tight! My pussy tight!" Number one, I hate that word. It's dirty. I can't even say it. So I know she's just saying car seat incorrectly. But it is absolutely mortifying when she screams it in a public parking lot and people are around. The door can't close fast enough. Seriously, I hang my head and hurry up and leave.
That's great. I can say car seat.
She can't say it. She
tight.
sometimes says pussy.
Yeah.
And somehow it sounds like pussy though.
Pussy
And can you imagine though your little daughter screaming that? Like that's so. I laughed so hard. Like there was other funny ones, but that one was the funniest. Here, I'll show you who it actually is.
No, yeah.
I thought it was so funny.
Her Facebook's pretty entertaining.
It is. And I'm sorry, like I didn't use your name, but like I loved it. That was a really funny story. If you watch this and you know who you are,
always good
that
stuff
was great. You made me laugh, and I seriously, that was the funniest thing I saw on Facebook this whole week. So great, and your daughter sounds amazing and hilarious. Like I thought China ware was called Gina.
Oh, Gina ware.
I said Gina for vagina. That was my word. Like, I don't know why. I couldn't say vagina, or maybe my mom told me to say, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Maybe my mom told me.
I mean, because I screamed it all around. I forget. She told me what to call a boy's private, too, and I don't think she told me. She may have said penis. I don't think she did, though. I think she said pee-pee. So I called it his pee-pee.
Yeah.
Which, like, whatever. Just say the real name for it. Oh, my God. It's so funny.
See, your mom taught you wrong. Everyone's got a pee-pee. Whether you're a girl or a guy.
What?
That's what your mom told you.
Oh my God!
No, it's just everyone's got a pee-pee. You pee out of your pee-pee.
Oh.
Everyone's got a
I know.
pee-pee.
We both thought your mom told you that everyone had a penis.
No,
I was like,
everyone doesn't have a dick, but everyone's got a pee-pee.
I was like, that's not a good thing, because then you see a girl and you're gonna be like, what is that? Where's your penis? And the girl's gonna be like,
pee-pee. It's a belly button. Like, some people got innies, some people got outies.
oh my God! So a girl has an innie pee-pee and a guy has an outie pee-pee.
Yeah.
No, my mom taught me that they're different. She taught me like a boy had a pee-pee, I had a gina.
I had a gina. And then in, the early ages of high school, I became that kid who walked around
face puff a lot.
No, that... We can go without that. That can be for another time.
No. Explain your nickname. We have your childhood nickname. What?
I think I talked about that.
No, you did not.
Didn't
We
I?
definitely did not talk about this. Why was your nickname Sir Cupface Puff a Lot? Tell everyone. Everyone wants to know.
I don't think everyone needs to know.
Well, the Puff a Lot's easy. He smoked in
yeah.
high school. He thought he was a gangster.
Smoked cigarettes.
But why
the
was
cup
it Cupface?
face.
Explain Cupface.
All right. I think I was I was either a freshman or I was All I said was I was a freshman.
God, that's so funny. Okay, go. I'm sorry. Just kidding.
Anyway, I was sitting at my house, and you know how you'll sit there and you'll like suction a cup to your face. Just like out of boredom, you know, like you said.
No,
like,
I never did that.
A little plastic cup. You've never like gone like.
No.
I can't do it with this one.
No, and if I did, it was once, and then I stopped.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was bored, and I was sitting there. I think it was also grounded at the time. I couldn't go do
Probably.
anything.
So he had nothing to do but suck on a cup.
So I'm sitting there and I'm suctioning it to my face. And I was like, I wonder if I can suction it to my face for the whole episode of SpongeBob. So I did. And then it started...
Wait, how'd you breathe when it was suctioned to your face?
Through my nose.
Oh, okay. I'm a mouth breather. I couldn't have done that. Okay.
Yeah, I still breathe through
so
my nose.
So you suctioned a cup for a half hour.
But each episode is only 15 minutes.
Really? Oh, I thought it was 20-some minutes. Okay.
No, because there's always 2 episodes in one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But anyway... So I suctioned it for the whole time, and then I remember towards the end I started feeling, I'm like, why is that weird feeling going on in my face?
But he kept suctioning it. He set a goal. He was going to make that goal, damn it.
And then I took it off, and then I looked, and I went to the mirror, and there was like a big, the whole part right here
where
was
the cup
just,
was.
like, looked like a big bruise.
It was a ring.
And it was a ring, and this was
ring.
before I could grow facial hair, too. It wasn't a ring, it was a filled-in circle.
Oh, I thought it was a ring.
No,
oh,
it was a filled-in
Oh, that's
circle.
right. Yeah. Because this was all normal color, but this was all black and blue. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
because there was no
it's like I
oxygen there.
popped all the blood vessels or something, and then I went to Mom, and I was like, "Oh my God, what did I do to my face? What is going on?" And she's like, "It's fine." And I even thought too at first.
She didn't laugh. She just said it's fine.
Temporary. No, she did laugh. They all laughed.
I would have been laughing so hard.
They all laughed, and then so this. Anyway. So the next, I go to bed and I'm like, okay, it's gonna go away by the time I have to go to school tomorrow. And you know, high school for a freshman, it's brutal. Everyone knows that.
Not me.
But
I was called Gummy though and didn't know it, so we never know.
But anyway, so I'm like,
I think it's more beautiful.
I figured I'm like, okay, it'll go away by the time I wake up. It'll be fine because it's just like, you know, sometimes you get like a little red mark. And it's just an over-exaggerated red mark.
Or you're sunburned and it gets lighter over time.
Not even a sunburn.
No,
like
but
you suction something to your skin for a tiny little bit and it goes away.
Yeah.
Like it leaves like a mark for like
you
a minute.
Scratch yourself a little bit and it goes away. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, it'll go away by the time I wake up. I wake up the next morning and it's worse. It's like 10 times worse.
It's like black and blue.
And I remember my mom's laying in her bed. She's sleeping. And I go and I nudge her. I'm like, Mom. And she's like, what? And, you know, because she hated being woken up. I'm like, I'm not going to school. I can't go to school today. And then she's like, well, you... It's like, cause I was always trying to get out of school.
Yeah,
so she woke up and she was mad at first. And then she opened her eyes and she just starts laughing hysterically at me.
See, I'm a lot like your mom.
I'm like, it's not funny. It's not funny. And I'm like, you can't make me go to school with this. I'm like, it's not going to happen. So I didn't go to school that day, but my sister was 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
And so Veronica's like, so you're not going? I'm like, I'm not going to go to school with this on my face, like this big-ass bruise. And so I told her, you know, I'm like, listen, because I had some classes with some of her friends.
Yeah.
And, you know, she knew people I knew, and you're just... I told her not to tell anybody.
Of course she told people.
So she told everybody.
Of course she did.
So then, the next day I go to school.
It's still a bruise.
And it didn't go away.
Of course it didn't.
It's
healed.
still pretty bad. Like, at first I didn't know she told everybody, so I'm walking around with, like, books over top of my face, covering it. And I remember, I think I even went to the... Well, but I go...
What are you going to say?
I'm trying to lose... I'll get there.
Okay.
Anyway, so, like, some of my sister's friends looked at me and they're like, hey, what's up, cup face? Oh, I was so mad because I automatically knew that my sister told everybody.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, screw this. I'm like, well, maybe, you know, if I go get some ice or something, it'll help it go away. Like,
or the nurse can just send you home, yeah.
Or the nurse can send me home. So I went down to the nurse, and I'm like, hey, can I get... I showed her my face. Like,
she laughed?
Can I get an ice pack? She didn't laugh.
That's professional, because I would.
But she's like, so... How did this happen?
Oh, did she accuse you of, like, sniffing?
Yeah, she accused me of huffing.
She accused everyone of everything.
Like, were you huffing? I'm like, huffing what? Like, what would put this big-ass perfect circle around my face? Like, I really want to know what kind of gas does that.
What was she thinking you were doing?
Yeah, I'm like...
Oxygen tank?
She thought it was Lila the whole time because you could see it in the look in her face. She was looking at me
anytime I came there and I had cramps or anything, she'd be like, are you pregnant? I'm like, no, I'm in 9th grade. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, literally, like, she was the weirdest nurse ever. She asked the first thing out of her mouth always was, are you on drugs? Are you pregnant? Are you sexually active? It's like, no! I'm sick. It's called the flu. But anyways, keep going.
Stupid. Well, that's pretty much it.
No,
so then I walked around, I got
part.
an ice pack, but basically, like, My mom titled me Sir Puff-a-Lot before that moment because, you know, I always got caught smoking cigarettes all the time. She's like, I'm going to call you Sir Puff-a-Lot. And so from this moment on, it was always Sir Cupface Puff-a-Lot. She even put it in my yearbook.
Yep.
Like, for the whole class to see.
Sir Cupface Puff-a-Lot.
It's a great thing to live up to.
So that's why we need her on this show, because she will embarrass the shit out of him.
My mom will come on the show.
She'll have to embarrass me too, because my mom won't.
Come on, Lisa. It's not that bad. Once you have some booze in you, you'll say anything.
That's what she's afraid of, probably.
Right.
Oh my god. No, but do you remember when I went to school? This is reminded me of it because we're talking about the nurse. Fucking nurse. Anyways, remember the first time I got drunk ever?
Yeah. We were drinking gin.
Yeah, we were drinking gin. That's another thing that reminded me of it. And your mom had the gin. And it was left over from the gimlet.
For New Year's because she made gimlets.
And it was like in the winter we did this. I think it was like around
it was my birthday.
Yeah, it was your birthday.
Which is this Wednesday, so.
It's coming up. And then mine's in 7 days after that.
I know. 5 days
5
after
days.
that.
I can do math. I was thinking.
7 days after that.
Oh my god, I was trying to think from today. Anyways, okay.
Well, yeah,
So,
you stayed overnight on my birthday.
And we're gonna go to school together next day.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk to school because.
Yeah, because I live right there.
Yeah.
I live right next to the school.
So my mom let me because it was his birthday. And,
she just comes up to me and she's like, I just really want to get drunk tonight. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I've just never really been, like, really drunk. I just want to see what it feels like to get really drunk. And
let me explain it, though. I wanted to get drunk. I was a weird kid in high school. Like, I wasn't a goody two-shoes, but also wasn't bad. And, like, I was afraid of getting drunk because I've always heard stories of people blacking out and doing things that they didn't have control over. Or that's what they said. Oh, I got drunk and I did this and I don't remember. Like, so I was like, oh my god, I don't want to do something like, you know, like kill someone or, you know, go like do drugs or jump off the bridge. Like, I thought something bad was gonna happen if I drank.
It just makes you a completely different person.
Yes, and I was like, I don't want to lose control of myself, and like especially for the first time around like a bunch of people in a party. You know what I mean? I was like, I want to experience it. I trusted Nathan. We were at his house. His mom was sleeping, but I was still like, what's gonna happen? Nathan's gonna watch me because Nathan at this time was sober. He's like he didn't do anything. You were straight laced at this time.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's like, I'm not gonna drink. I'm gonna watch you.
I'm like, yeah, I'll watch you. I'm like, we have that bottle. We'll wait for my mom to fall asleep.
That was I don't want Dawn to think it was my idea to steal that liquor.
No, it wasn't.
You were
I
just
was
like,
good with it.
you were like, oh yeah, we'll just put water in it. That's what you said. You're like, I've done it before on New Year's.
I used to always do it.
So
but that wasn't. Wait. So that was our first time. Wait.
That was my first time getting drunk.
That was your first time, but then we got drunk a time
the year
after.
The year after we did.
Okay.
With Ashley and them. Yeah, that's another story. But yeah. So anyways, I was like, okay, I'm gonna drink and like actually get drunk. Like I wanted to get drunk. Great goals. But I already got into college and everything, so I was like, yeah, let's try this drunk thing before I go to college and get drunk, right? And we have school the next day,
Who thinks about getting hammered? Like,
well, I didn't know. I didn't know because I've never been drunk. I didn't know. Oh my god, you're gonna feel like shit the next day, right? So, like, I am drinking. We have like, I'm drinking like gin with what? What was I chaser? Coke.
And no, it wasn't. Were you chasing it? You
yeah,
just had it. You had it mixed together. We had that. Remember the big ass plastic Coke cup?
Oh yeah.
It was red and it was shaped like that.
Yeah,
like,
and I was drinking it.
We had, and when we were young and stupid, you didn't really understand how little alcohol it actually takes for you to get drunk.
Yeah. Plus, I never drank before, so
pour a shit ton. There was a shit.
So, and I didn't know also that like you don't feel it right away. So I kept drinking and drinking. I was like, I don't feel it. I was like, I feel fine. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I have to pee. And we're just sitting in his bedroom on his bed. And he goes, okay, so he has a bathroom downstairs beside his bed. And, like, his mom sleeps upstairs, so she didn't hear any of this. I don't know how she didn't hear any of this. So I go in the bathroom, and I'm on the toilet. Next thing I know, I'm on the floor. I'm on the floor. Nathan, you tell from your point of view, because I don't remember this.
All of a sudden, I'm outside, I'm waiting. I'm just like, maybe she's been in there for a long time. So I knock on the door, and you just hear, I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? So I open the door, and she's laying on the bathroom floor, her bare ass facing me, with toilet paper coming out of it. Just that kind of grin on her face, staring up at me like,
What was I doing? I fell over apparently off the toilet, and I was drunk, just Apparently I clapped. And you filmed some of this. Oh my god, I
did.
wish we could find
I
it.
used to film everything.
Then I went in the room and I started
And she
talking.
went in the room and she can't even understand what she's saying. She's just like,
But remember, you had these bells. He had these bells, a xylophone.
Yeah,
Or is that what
it was like, yeah, the bells,
xylophone.
but they look like it looks like a xylophone, but they were bells.
And he had them in his room, and he's on the bed laughing at me, and I just remember I'm talking in alien speak. I'm like, blah, 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 and I just go, whack, and I hit the bell, and it goes, ding, so loud.
With her finger.
And it hurts so bad. And then you're like, oh my god, my mom's gonna wake up. But your mom still didn't wake up.
And then she's like jumping around, like laughing. She went in this little closet that I have a window to, and she kept peeking her face, like going,
that's right. And I went up to Veronica's room. She didn't hear either. What is up? Oh, she was at college then.
Yeah.
Never mind.
She was just completely hammered. And
wasn't even the best part. So anyways.
And then I start being like, okay, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like
we had to get up at 7.
We need to start settling
like 2
down.
hours.
Like you gotta go to we gotta get some sleep. And she's just like, no, like running around everywhere. So that I finally like got her to lay down. It's acting like her like a 2-year-old.
I know.
And then on my bed, like on the headboard, I had like a cup of orange juice that she was drinking, and she keeps flailing her hands, and she hit
and it went all over my face.
And it went all over her hair.
The orange juice just went all over my hair and my face.
But then
I fell asleep.
Eventually,
so I had dried orange juice in my hair.
Fall asleep. Maybe fall asleep for like a half hour or 45 minutes.
Yeah, I did for
then
a little bit.
Then we had to get up, and I remember I'm like shaking her. I'm like, Mindy, you have to get up.
I had like 10 minutes to get ready, and I had orange juice in my hair. I felt
She's
like shit.
No. She's like, I can't go. I'm like, here's some bread. I like brought her bread out from the kitchen. I'm like, just take it to school with you. I gave her bread and butter.
I'm eating it.
Here's Mindy. She's the girl who like goes to school and she's all like prepared and looking good, and like her makeup's done perfect, her hair is done perfect. She's dressed up, and here she is going in these plaid lounge pants that are mine.
Your mom's shoes that are too big. Your mom's your slip-on tennis shoes that were too big.
Slip-on tennis shoes. I had this ugly ass sweater that was from like the 80s.
I wore that.
And it was like blue with like a square here and a square here. And you have Mindy with crusted orange juice.
Crusted orange juice pulled up in a ponytail.
She didn't even pull it up.
I didn't? I thought it was pulled up. I eventually pulled it up. I know I definitely pulled it up. It was a mess.
To school.
I was still, I'm pretty sure, I tell everyone I was hungover, but I'm pretty sure I was still drunk at that point. Like, I remember I was walking the hallway and I was like, I don't feel good. And I went to first period and I remember I sat there and I was like...
Yeah, she goes, I have to go to the nurse.
No, I went to first period because I remember sitting through, I remember it was Miss fucking class. I hated her. I don't even care if I have to tell the whole world that. I fucking hate her. She does not know her shit. I don't know how she's a teacher. Anyways, she was like... horrible teacher, knew nothing. But anyways, she was just like staring at me, but like she didn't say anything. And like I was like actually she probably didn't care because I was actually behaved that class. Like I wasn't a bad child, but Amy, me, and Justine would always correct her.
Yeah,
we'd be like,
and
you're
she
wrong.
hated it.
Yeah. But like we weren't doing that day, and I was kind of just a zombie, so she didn't say anything. I was just sitting there like. Then after that, the bell rang, and I had to go to a class. I forget what it was, but it was
Gym.
No, but it was a harder class, like something actually.
Miss Rainey.
No, might have been Mr. McGarvey. I don't remember. It was a harder class that I actually made my brain for.
No, you didn't have Mr. McGarvey because that was always your last period class because I
that
always
was my last. You're right. I don't remember. Anyways, it was a harder class, and I was like calculus. It was calculus, and I didn't want to go to calculus because I'm pretty sure I might have even had a test, and I was like, I cannot take a calculus test right now. Like I'm out of my mind right now. So I was like, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm gonna barf. So I went to the bathroom. I did puke. And a little bit, and then I went to the nurses because like, well, I vomited. So I go to the nurses, and I was like, I don't feel good. This is the only time I'm actually messed up. The only time. She doesn't ask. She just goes, oh, you must have the flu. I was like, you are a dumb lady. Like literally every other time I've been completely just sick. This time I'm actually hungover, and she goes, you must have the flu. I'm like, glad you're good at your job. You're right. I have the flu. So she calls my mom right up. My mom comes and gets me and takes me home.
I know, and
my mom thinks I have the flu too. My mom's like, oh, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I got the flu.
I stayed up all night and watched this bitch. Alright, I babysat. And then she comes and she knocks on my class door.
And I say, I'm going
home. And she asks the teacher if she can speak with me. And they're like, yeah. So I go out to the hallway and Mindy goes to me, I'm going home. And she's like, I just wanted to let you know. She looks like absolute shit.
That was after I puked and before I went to the nurse.
I'm like, awesome, thanks. Well, I'll be here. I'm like dead tired.
Listen,
I'm falling asleep in my classes.
You went to school 90 out of like 180 days the last year of school. I didn't want to hear it. Like the one time I didn't have to go to school and Nathan did. Oh.
No, but it was different. I stayed up all night so you could have fun.
But you said yes.
I
You
did.
were all about it. You're like, yes! It was like an experiment to you. You're like,
was.
do it!
And hey, no,
Oh.
senior year, I went to school most of the days.
Oh, senior year you did. Yeah, that's right.
Junior year, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was telling my mom about the time you and I got detention together the one time.
Oh, you just made little frog animals and bopped them everywhere.
That's what I was. No, I was talking about how big of a deal it was for you telling your teacher.
Oh my God, I cried.
She cried.
I was a good kid. I was a
I'm
good
sitting there
student.
watching her go up to like her teachers, and she just looked so upset with herself, being
I
like,
was.
"I have in-school detention tomorrow." Like every time she did it, she looked like she just wanted to cry, and then there's me who's just like, "I have it again. Whatever you want to give me."
No, but the one teacher looked at me, Mr. Buzzanotti. He loved me, and like I was literally such a good student. He loved. I had
Oh,
him in fourth.
Min, what'd you do?
I had him in fourth grade, and I was just like the best student ever. And then I had him again in high school because he taught geography, and I love geography. Obviously, I love to travel. And I was a great student, and he really liked me, and like we'd all like. He was also our driver's ed
You
teacher.
were such a kiss
And
ass.
I was, but no, I did like him. I was not a kiss
I
ass to
know.
teachers I didn't like. Ask Miss. I wasn't a kiss ass to her. But wait, no. Anyways, he comes up to me, or I go up to him, and I tell him I have detention, and he looks at me and goes, and he looks at it, and he made me want to cry more. He looks at it, looks at me, and goes, "Oh my God, Mindy, did hell freeze over?" And I was like, ah! I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like so upset. I remember Mr. Bauer said something like that too, and he was like my favorite also. And I had to tell him, and he was just.
That's pretty much them making fun of you for being the teacher's pet.
But I didn't kiss. I wasn't.
That's
I didn't.
pretty much what
I
it
didn't
is.
bake them
and being like,
pies.
oh my god, look at that.
I never sucked up though. Like I wasn't like I just did well, and I'd answer questions.
You did,
and do my
because see,
homework.
even in
Like-
that in-school detention, the one in-school that we actually had together,
I did homework and
even though we
studied.
should have had many more together. She's sitting there, she freaked out, like, going to school that day. She's like, I just don't want to do this, this sucks. I'm like, it's not that as bad as you think.
He's talking me through it. He's like, literally, you just get to sit there.
I'm like, you just get to sit there.
I was
I'm
like, that sounds awful.
The worst part is that it's a windowless room, so you don't see anything.
Great. I felt like I was in jail.
But we sat there, and she, like, I remember halfway through, like, she's reading her book, she's like, oh my god, I finished so much stuff today.
Well, no, I
She's
did all my homework for like the whole week, and then I never read. I hated reading because I feel like I was part ADHD. But my friend Justine read a lot, and she was reading a book called Twilight. She's like, here,
Oh,
and
that's
I
right,
asked her
Twilight.
to read it. I was like, can I? And like, I didn't know what it was at all, and I was just like, can I please borrow a book? I know you have a book. I was like, because I don't know what to do with myself in a room for this long. I was that desperate that I was gonna try reading. So I sit down and I start reading this book. I mean, I read Harry Potter, but I didn't read a lot of things at all, other than Goosebumps and Harry
No,
Potter.
I didn't either.
And I sat down and I started reading, and I was like, after I did all my homework, and I was like, this is amazing. And then after that, I was like, in school's the best, because I got to sit there and read the whole
She
day.
did, like, I remember I looked
was
over
like-
at her, and at this point she was into reading her book, and I'm like, Mindy, look, I had a big family of paper frogs
He
on my
made
desk.
his whole desk was a family
I
of
had
paper
these
frogs.
origami.
It was like something out of a movie. He's going like this and hopping them over each
I'm
other.
like, look! I'm hopping them over each other, and there's Mindy just like, oh my god, I don't know him. That's all her face said. She's just like, uh-huh.
Because it was nuts. You literally had a desk full of paper
I was
origami.
bored.
I remember in school, I remember when we had to go get lunch, I felt like I was in jail. Because you had to go get lunch.
You walk out of that little closet of a room.
And a teacher escorts you, like they're watching you, like you're in prison.
You might as well have like ankle
chains.
chains.
I know, and you're like, and you finally see light in other kids, and you're like, kids, civilization, and then you get your food, and then you're shuffled back into the room with it, and then you eat in the room by yourself. I was like, oh my god.
You're eating in a classroom with your little tray, and you're not allowed to talk. You're just like,
And the teacher's just staring at you. I'm like, oh my god.
it's like you can literally hear the slurp of the chocolate milk.
I'm surprised. If I wasn't so traumatized by it, I would have been laughing. Which sounds better. I was traumatized because you and I would have been laughing.
I remember.
We'd skip 8th period, but he'd let us, so he can't even get mad.
I know.
Nathan would come to my 8th period and be like, he'd knock on the door right in the middle of the teacher teaching. He'd knock on the door. Teacher would answer.
Can I see Mindy for TV production?
No, he'd be like, Mindy's needed down in the TV production room, and he's like, okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, because I didn't know what was going on, and so I'm just like, all right, maybe someone needs me. Like, okay. So I get my stuff, I go out, Nathan goes, we're going tanning.
There's a
There's a tanning salon right
right
across.
across
So
the
we just leave school and go tanning.
I used to look Puerto Rican.
He was really dark.
I did. I looked Puerto Rican.
Really healthy for an 18-year-old.
It wasn't,
that
but
much.
I did. I tanned.
And he smoked, so very healthy. Don't do Nathan. If you're in high school, don't be Nathan. He also looked like an Oompa Loompa at one point.
Yeah, that wasn't a good one. That was before the tanning, because I couldn't get to the tanning. No.
Oh, I bet he does.
remember
I'm going to ask your mom, because I would have put it on this episode.
A band trip the one time, and that's whenever I was in my Oompa Loompa phase. I don't know. I had bleach
highlighter hair, like highlighter, like literally
yellow.
like
Yeah,
this
it was
color,
yellow.
this color.
I went through a phase where I liked to dye my hair like different weird
Which is
colors.
fine, because like I like that too, obviously.
But
like
this one, it just didn't look good.
It was like this color, and then his eyebrows were
It
this
was
color.
called Electric Banana.
Yeah.
If that's
So,
any
like, this color.
indication. It glue in a black light.
And then he dyed his eyebrows that
And I
color.
dyed my eyebrows because I was like, well, it should match.
And he didn't have facial hair, so he
And I
had
had-
neon and neon.
And I had
Orange skin.
self-tanner.
Self-tanner,
So I
orange
had this
skin.
orange
He looked exactly like an Oompa Loompa. And it's streaked because he didn't know how to apply the self-tanner. And I remember, Nathan, bless your soul, you would ask me, and like I was honest with you, like, because we were best friends. They'd be like, do you like this hair color? Most of the time I was
And
like,
she'd
yeah.
like,
No, most of the time I
that
was like,
time-
yeah. That time I was like, no. I do not like that hair color
Nobody
on you.
liked it.
I didn't call you Oompa Loompa until later on. Then I was like, yeah, you did. Because you're like, people used to call me. I was like, well, yeah. I was like, did you see your orange skin? Like,
Dude, I
you
remember-
couldn't even be mad at that. You had orange skin.
I know. I did because my mom wouldn't let me tan.
Hi, that's true. Well, you were too young. You're supposed to be 16 until you can do yourself.
Exactly. So I was 15.
So
So
she
I waited.
self-tanned.
So when I turned 16, I started tanning. But anyway, I remember I was
Oh my God.
I was on a band trip, and it was whenever I had that freaking yellow hair. Don't be one of those people. Don't. And I jumped. There was like we had the band trip. And they're all like, as soon as we checked in the hotel, they're like, Nate, go jump in the pool, go jump in the pool.
Oh
I knew I
my
would.
God.
I would go jump
So
in the
there was
pool.
a cloud of brown that just
There was just orange just all around me.
Ew, did anyone get in the pool after you?
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
Well, I took off the tan. I took off the hideous tan, which is
Oh,
great.
that's good. Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, the fact that you go into a pool and it takes off self-tanner, which stains your skin, basically that's what it's
Tells you
doing.
how bad the pools
Tells
are.
you how bad
I
pools
know.
are for you.
Trust me, I got chlorine poisoning not that long ago from working in a pool. It's not even a Facebook thing, it's a news thing. Did you hear? I don't know, I'm not laughing. It's really not funny.
What, the flooding?
No. This is not funny. This is scary as shit. And like, I can't believe this fucking happened. Did you hear what happened in Hawaii?
No. Oh, wait, no, how there was that nuclear...
Drill? Yeah,
Yeah,
did you see what it...
But
okay.
it wasn't for real?
Yeah, but listen, so I have two different things. So, no, but everyone thought it was for real. Like,
Yeah,
no one
exactly.
thought it was a drill.
That would have been terrifying.
Right, and we follow some people because we went to Hawaii, so we follow this one musician from Hawaii, and he posted this. Oh, the cat. He posted this Instagram when it happened, right? And this is the alert they got. It says ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill.
What?
That's what it said. It
That's
said,
terrifying.
and everyone got it on their cell phones. So then, everyone, like, that's what he posted, right? Well, then I read an article today about a mom that lives in Oahu. And she had a daughter and a husband, but the husband wasn't home. And she got that. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Like, because obviously they all thought it was real. It says this is not a drill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she talks about how, like, she grabbed her daughter and she went to the bathroom because they weren't, like, prepared. She's like, I never, like, expected this to happen, especially right now. She's like, So she's like, I ran outside, I grabbed the dog, and my daughter told her to run can you explain this to me? She told her daughter to fill up the bathtub? Can you explain? I don't get that.
To
fill up the bathtub. She told her daughter to, so they hid out in the bathroom.
Oh, in case the water
Get
just
shut
to have
off.
extra water.
Oh, okay. She told her daughter to
okay.
fill up the bathtub, and they hid in the bathroom. Well, I didn't know, because I know you're supposed to wash off, if you have nuclear particles on you, you're supposed to wash it off. So I thought maybe that's why. Because I read, like, what to do in case a nuclear missile hits here. And, like, you're supposed to not go outside. Under any circumstances. It's better that you're in a house, even if there's windows, than to go outside. But, like, in the basement's the best thing. And you're also supposed to wash yourself. Like, clean yourself with water. So if you were outside, you're supposed to clean yourself. But anyways, she told her daughter, she woke her daughter up, because it was early morning they got that. She woke her daughter up, and she's like, listen, you need to go to the bathroom, you need to shut the door, and you need to turn the bathtub on and stay there till I tell you. And the girl's like, what's going on? She's like, I don't. She's like, just do it. She's like, this is an emergency. Like, just do it. So the daughter was old enough, so she was like 8, so she knew something was wrong. So she ran and she did that, and the mom went outside and like got the dog, and she was like, I don't know if I should get the dog, but then she was like, oh, I need to get the dog, because like she didn't know how much time she had. So she was freaking out. She ran and got the dog, brought it inside, and like she was trying to get a hold of her husband, and she couldn't, and like he was at work, and she was like, oh my god. Finally she got a hold of him, and he said he was on his way home. She's like, no, get to shelter now. And like, because he didn't have service for a long time, so he didn't get the alert. He didn't know. And she was freaking out. She's like, he's gonna die, he's dead. Like, she like thought he was dead in her head. And so she goes back in, the girl's like scared, and she like, the girl was flooded the bathtub because she was so scared she couldn't like shut it. So they shut it off. She started hovering in the corner, and like she was like comforting her daughter. She said about how like our countries, like other countries don't like our country, and that she was trying to explain to her daughter what was happening.
Daughter, like war, and pretty much. Finally,
after she said like a half hour of in there, she started checking her phone because nothing happened. She's like, well, what's going on? So she started checking Twitter and stuff, and she found out from Twitter that it was a fake alarm. Yeah, that it was a fake alarm. That's awful. And like she like found, and like, so meanwhile, like people of Hawaii actually thought that was happening. Like,
and waiting for it, like you, like legit sitting there in a corner of a bathtub.
Dude,
I just don't understand why they would say something about this is not
a drill.
A drill.
Oh, they said that didn't mean to get, or someone said that was a mistake. It was a false alarm. They didn't mean to send it out. I was like, okay, well, if your intelligence team was so intelligent, maybe they shouldn't have leaked it out.
Maybe they shouldn't be called intelligence.
Yeah, I'm like, you shouldn't just leak that out.
That's not called, like,
because you know what I was telling Doug and I were talking, and I was like, you know what's going to happen from this? The next time this happens, it's going to be for real, and no one's going to believe it. No. They're going to be like, oh, it's probably a false alarm. Or some people might, but not everyone's going to believe it. You can't cry wolf on that. Like,
no, that's a big
deal.
You
should not, like, that's bullshit. I would have been so pissed if I lived in Hawaii and that happened.
Yes.
Because I would have been, like, crying. I would have, like, taken action. I almost hid when I heard the jets going over Pittsburgh.
Well, because you hear nuclear attack, and you start thinking, like, end of the world shit. You know, like...
Well, no. North Korea has threatened many times to send nuclear missiles to Hawaii because they can reach Hawaii. They can't reach Pennsylvania, but they can reach Hawaii. So that's what they thought it was. Isn't that crazy? Like, don't release that. That's not funny. Like, I feel so bad for Hawaii.
Especially
that happened.
Hawaiians, because they're like, they don't deserve it. Out of all the Americans, they don't deserve it.
I don't know why they're special, but yeah,
they are special.
But yeah, I felt so bad for it. I was like reading about that. But anyways, that's not even funny, but that was just something I wanted to talk about. I didn't know if you heard about that. It was like, that was freaking nuts.
I read something like really small about it because it just happened like recently. Like
yesterday. It happened yesterday,
exactly. No, see, I didn't... Between yesterday and today, I haven't really had much time.
But yeah, and then I read the article this morning about the woman that said, like, she took action, which I'm sure multiple people did. Like, who wouldn't? But yeah. Anyways, those are my two social media things.
I would have went in a ball.
I would have grabbed water and food and as much as I could and just ran downstairs to the basement. I would have grabbed the cat if he was nearby. Sure, he would have been nearby.
Okay, see, like mine.
Do you have a basement? You have a basement, yeah.
I have a basement, but I'm on the side of a hill.
Yeah, but yours isn't really a basement.
It's not really a basement because it's a basement on the one side of the hill, but on the other side, it's like not.
We have two basements. You can have one.
Well, yeah, but I have to come all the way down here. Well, the tunnels is actually pretty good because they have that like middle escapeway part.
In case that caves in, though.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Then what? You have no food in there. No, but seriously, which basement would be safer for us? I'm curious. That one or that one? I'm thinking maybe the one that's
a great base.
But we have two, so if one sucks, we have another
great.
One. There you go.
I'm just gonna move into this room again.
Better we live together. Better we live down here than up there. They don't have any basements. Nuclear they'll come running down. Can we have a basement? No. They're both ours.
We're trying to figure out which one we get.
Whichever one's worse.
You can have whichever one's worse. God forbid, we won't let you share it with us.
No, I'm just kidding. I would, actually, because it'd make me feel better.
Okay. Oh, I found a Facebook funny.
Oh, you did? Old people always poke me and say, you're next, so I started doing the same thing to them at funerals. I saw that! Oh, show it to the camera. Oh my god. The little kid's face, show it to the camera.
No, that's mine.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
You can just put it in. Why do I have to show the camera?
You have to send it to me then.
You're like, show the camera.
Oh, this tart. Because I did that the other week. Oh my god.
That was great.
You want to know something?
Do you want more sugar?
Yeah, maybe. It's starting to get a little bit... That's good. Okay, so anyways, I want to... So we haven't had too many Let It Goes, and now we have a full drink almost. So I want to do, like, a Let It Go, like, rant about things that, like, bother us. Like, pet peeves.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be significant. Not like, we're like, oh, I'm emotionally distraught because, you know, but, like, nothing, like, hardcore. Just, like, something little that bothers you that you need to just let it go. Yeah. Like a pet peeve, pretty much. Like, I'll tell you mine. I saw this meme. It's another meme. But it reminded me of my pet peeve, and I was like, no. I was like, and I got so pissed off when I saw it. And then I saw other people talking about it on Facebook. It says, there are two types of people, that and that.
Yeah.
So this is how it started. I saw that. There's 2 glasses of wine. One's completely full, one's halfway. Not even halfway. And I was like, no, there aren't two types of people. There are two types of people. There's the wrong people and the right people. You don't fill a wine glass the whole way up. He's a bartender, guys. He's a bartender. He knows. Do not fill your wine the whole way up. That's not how you do it, okay? Like, not. Like, and then people put ice in it. I'm like, what are you doing? That's not how you drink wine. Don't drink wine if you're gonna drink it like that.
It might be how you drink some Arbor Mist.
Well, Arbor Mist doesn't count. It's not even wine.
It doesn't. It's juice. But even juice you don't drink with ice.
Sometimes. I would drink juice with I don't know.
I would just because I really like ice, but that's like less.
No, but like a Cabernet.
Significant.
Like, can you imagine? People get mad. So, anyways, this one girl was like,
anybody who's going to fill their glass all the way full, or who's going to put ice in their drink,
probably
is
aren't
not
drinking
drink
good wine.
Cabernet.
They're probably not drinking good wine.
They're not going to drink Cabernet.
You don't know that. You don't know
do.
that. No, I know some people that like any kind of wine. They fill it the whole way up. They're probably not. I hope they're not putting ice in that.
Well, they might do it because they like to get drunk from it. They're drinking not for the taste of it to get drunk. Wine is something that you're supposed to actually sit and enjoy.
Savor. That's what I said.
And then you feel the effects from it. It's not like a, hey, let's get hammered. I mean, you can get hammered and drink wine.
It's
then
bad,
you get boxed wine.
They get boxed wine, yeah.
Sure.
But anyways, but still don't fill it up. Like, just make more refills. Duh. It will taste better that way because wine glasses are shaped the way they are, and you're supposed to fill them up to the level that you're supposed to fill them up for a reason. It aerates the wine, and then you can taste the flavor notes way better. How they're supposed to be tasted if you don't fill it up the whole way. Like, you're not supposed to fill it up the whole way. Like, it won't taste as good. It won't enhance it.
It's just like pairing the wine with like food.
Exactly. You have red wine with steak usually, dry wine.
Significant effect on
Chardonnay
what the taste
with
of the
some
wine is.
fish. Yeah. You don't.
Like, you'll notice too. Like, if you drink a red wine with like a steak, like you'll taste like the wine will taste different. It complements it. It tastes so much better than if you would drink it with like a chicken or with a dessert or something like that, or just drinking it on its own.
I don't know, it just bugs
the
me.
flavor.
Because, like, I think, like, people get mad at their server. Like, I've seen people get mad. They're like, my server didn't fill my wine glass the whole way. I'm like, because your server's not supposed to. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be done.
We do 2 different sizes of wine, and it still comes in a wine glass, but either one is still not filled all the way to the top.
No, you're never supposed to fill
So they'll get it and be like, this is the bigger one? Yeah. It's still, like, 3 ounces more than what you would originally get.
And you're not supposed to fill it the whole,
And even our small one, your technical serving of wine is 5 ounces.
Yeah, the more you know.
5 ounces. All right. Most places will give you 6 to 7 in a small one.
Which is still more than,
Or 9 to 10 in a bigger one.
And that is enough. You are not doing wine properly if you.
And then like people will get like. Like, I've had people get a couple glasses of the 9 to 10 ounce ones, the bigger ones. That's a whole bottle.
I know.
Three glasses
that's what I'm saying. 3
glasses of those.
Like,
is
why
a
do you
whole
think
bottle.
they're so? Oh, I don't get it. Like, I don't. Anyways, that is a pet peeve of mine, and I saw that, and then like someone on Facebook posted about it. Also, they're like, "Oh, I get mad when my server." I was like, "No." I'm like, "No, you're wrong."
No, because they're doing it the right way.
That is how it's supposed to be done. Like, if you don't want to do it that way, that's fine, but you cannot get mad at other people for doing it the right way.
That's like, I mean, that would be like my pet peeve at work. My pet peeve, maybe not for like, even outside of work, but just in work, is spec. Like, we have, like doing everything by spec, like making the drinks a certain way. Like, if it says shake and pour it over new ice, you're supposed to shake it and pour it over new ice. Don't shake it with ice and then pour all the ice and everything in the drink.
Oh, yeah,
Like, there's a certain way, because when you shake it,
you
shake it with ice, that
dilutes
ice dilutes already enough, but then you pour it over fresh ice. That fresh ice helps keep it cold, but dilutes less. Whereas if you're putting that ice that's already been diluted out with the drink instead of like the fresh ice, it's going to dilute quicker.
I think you told me that before.
There's
that
different,
makes sense,
like,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. There's different ways. It's like, people don't look at...
Wait, so what is your pet peeve, though? That people don't follow that?
When people don't follow... when
that,
they just look and be like, well, the same shit's being put in it. And it's like...
they don't understand there's a reason.
And so
for
I'll
it,
train people. I will train people, be like, look, here, I'm going to make drinks 3 ways, and I'm going to put the same amount of ingredients, but I'm going to do a procedure differently.
And
for each
try
one.
it so
and
they
they
can
all
taste it.
taste differently.
Yeah.
Like, this way will taste more strong, this way will taste more subtle, this way will taste watered down, and this one will taste the way that it's supposed to taste. If you
Exactly.
combine all the ingredients, like, to the right amount.
Yeah. And that's the same with
It
wine.
pisses me off. It does.
And
It
that's why
frustrates
different
me.
glasses are made for different alcohol. Like, you have a martini and a martini glass, margarita glass. Like, there's certain
Like,
glasses for certain alcohols.
I'm not trying to be, like, all, like, hoity-toity or snooty or anything.
No,
I'd
but
be
when
like,
other people think
but-
you're doing it wrong and
Exactly.
you're not, that's what's
then you're
annoying.
not. Then that's
Like,
whenever
you're
you
doing
need a
it
reality
wrong.
check
Yeah.
to be like, you know what? Just because you enjoy it this way, that's your personal preference. You
But
go
it's-
out into the bigger
You go
world,
wine tasting at
this
a
is how it's
winery,
supposed
they're
to
not
be.
filling your glass the full way. It's
Exactly.
just, they're not. Like, it's not how it happens. But anyways, another pet peeve of mine is, cheers to letting that go, because I need to let that go. It's stupid.
Well,
But
it's
something
never gonna be
bothers
let
me.
go for me because
Well, you work
I
around
work
it.
in it.
I don't know if I can let this one go, because this one creeps me out. I hate how more and more nowadays, and like, I mean, I'm pretty sure for a while I've heard of this, but like, it's getting more popular. Like, I hear every girl now calling their boyfriend daddy. And it's like that. Daddy! Daddy! Oh, daddy! Oh, daddy! Like, I want to barf. And I also want to punch you at the same time. I'm going to barf, then I'm going to punch you. Like, shut up. Your boyfriend is not your fucking dad. That is disgusting, first of all. Like, what is your problem? Do you have daddy issues? Like, if you do have daddy issues, like, that's one thing. But don't bring it for the world to hear. Like, I don't want to hear you saying dad. Like, why did you... And if you don't like your dad and you have issues with your dad, why do you want your boyfriend to be your dad? I don't
just
get
think
it.
it's
Don't
gross.
call your boyfriend dad. Like, why? Why are you even bringing those names together? Why? And then when the girl... then when the freaking guy calls the girl baby girl, too, I'm like... Ugh! I'm like, is that your baby and you're her dad? Like, what is this? Like, what is going on? Baby girl, daddy! Baby girl, daddy! Like, it makes me want to kill them. Like, I'm like, just... No. Stop. It pisses me off so bad. It's disgusting.
I think it's gross. I don't like the term daddy.
Me either.
I don't, well, because for me, all I think about is like a certain gay porn. Like,
See, no, but I used to hear it more like
it is a
like
gay
messed up
term.
way.
Like, I
no,
feel like
yeah, but I think that's
being
what
a
I heard.
Daddy, you're like,
Or
you know,
sugar
this-
daddy or something. Yeah.
or something like that. Exactly. So if somebody
But,
would
like-
call me daddy, I'd be like, no.
No, but I hear girls now, it won't even be their boyfriend. They'll be talking like on TV. They'll be like, "This guy's fine," and she'll be like, "Daddy's fine," and like it's not even her boyfriend. It's just some guy she wants. It'll be like a hot guy she wants, and she's like, "Daddy." And they say it like that too. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
it's daddy,
Yeah,
daddy. Daddy, so I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, stop saying that. It pisses me off. Like, every time I hear it, I cringe. I freaking cringe. I'm like, it needs to end. And also, guys, stop calling girls baby girl.
Well, what
Like-
about like guys who would say mommy? I think
Who
it's
does that?
It's like a Puerto Rican thing.
Is
or
it?
Like a
Oh,
Latino.
mammy? It's like mammy. Mammy.
M-A-M-I.
Yeah, I don't like it.
M-A-M-I.
If it means, does that
like
mean mommy?
mammy.
Does that mean mommy in Puerto Rico?
It's like
though?
the same thing.
Then
Pretty
no,
much.
it's not
Yeah,
okay. Like
exactly.
pappy,
I
like
agree.
poppy.
I don't like. See, poppy. I don't know. I just
Poppy.
like the way it sounds.
No, that's it's the same thing though.
But
If
it
you
is the
call
way it
your
sounds.
dad that, you should not call your lover that.
You shouldn't.
Freaking gross. No. One more pet peeve. Do you have one?
I don't know. Driving. Certain drivers. Like
Yeah.
one of my biggest pet peeves is whenever
When
you're at
when drivers
whenever
hit
you're at
people
a
and then
merge
keep going.
and there's like standstill traffic, it can't be one car, one car, one car, one car.
Oh yeah.
Like
they keep going and
it's
try not to
exactly
let you in.
like you're
Yeah.
like you're not getting that much fucking farther. Okay, you're getting 2 cars ahead of this person. If everybody would
Yeah.
just
Just
use
cooperate
common
like it's
sense
supposed to.
and cooperate and do that.
That's what I do. I
I'd
always
be like,
my rule
yeah.
is I always let one car over. That's it. One car.
Like, it'd be
but that's
so
what you're supposed
much
to do.
easier,
Everyone
but
should let one
instead
car.
everybody's in such a hurry for what they have to do going on or what they have, instead of thinking, well, this person might have to get to their destination too.
No, I know. Driving annoys me in general, so I don't like it.
It does annoy me.
I think you and I were both talking about this not that long ago. Doesn't when people say though afterwards bother you? Like I hate bad language. Like that doesn't make sense. Don't say it.
It really is. It's such a
Like
turn
when
off.
people are like that restaurant though, or those thighs though. Like no, don't say though afterwards. It's awful. It does not sound good. It's not properly correct. Like do not use it, please. It's not
It's like when
grammatically
on fleek
correct.
was a thing. I hated that.
I don't know
hated
why
it.
that
Thank
didn't
God
even.
people don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
but
I never said that.
Hated it.
I see. You said Gucci, and I hate Gucci.
Oh, see, I like Gucci. Gucci's fun, but it reminds me of a purse. A pretty.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
when
know,
you say that's
stylish
Gucci, I'm like,
purse.
that doesn't even make sense. Like to
It's
me,
Gucci.
I don't like
It's
it.
all shiny. It's all.
I guess I'm boring. I'm an
It's
old
just-
person.
If you got
don't
the
like
date,
like
say,
abbreviations make sense. Like LOL is an abbreviation for laugh out loud. LOL, like that makes sense to me. But like when you're literally saying though after things, it's not an
Yeah,
abbreviation.
no, that's annoying.
That's just literally adding a word at the end of things for no reason. Like you could just be like that restaurant's good. Instead you're saying that
What
restaurant.
about what's
though.
that other one that thought
That hoe over there.
But like, who would ever use that? Like, she's such a thought.
Like she's such a that hoe over there. It doesn't even make
Yeah,
sense if you say it. I
That-
know.
exactly. Like, it
She's
doesn't,
such a
like,
thought. It's like
That's what I mean. And
But
so it's like you
she's
look
a
at the
hoe.
abbreviation and it doesn't even make
makes
sense.
I know.
Into being formed into a sentence. Like, it's just the way you use that
Thought.
abbreviation is just
We have 1
stupid.
minute
Stupid. That's my pet peeve.
I know.
That I
There you
hate
go.
that. I fucking hate
All right,
that.
cheers to letting it go. All right, well, I think that concludes Sippy-Slappy Hour, episode 6. Episode 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, please
Cease.
subscribe to my channel, like, comment your pet peeve. Let us know what really irks you and what gets on your nerve, and then cheers to a drink and let it go, or try to at least.
And if not, then we'll talk about it too.
Yeah, we can always mention your pet peeve because maybe it's one of ours. We'll mention it next episode. But yeah, and share this with friends. And we will see you next week. Well, actually, no, we will not. We'll see you in 2 weeks because I will be in Florida next week. But stay tuned because I will have other videos in the meantime.
I don't have anything to cheer.
Just drink water. Bye.
Pet peeve.
I know, that's why I did it. That's why I did it. That's why I did it.
Bye.
Bye. This drink, though. It's so good, Daddy. You're so good at making drinks.